You guys, thank you. Yeah, no, I can make some more videos, sure. No, it wouldn't be any trouble. No, it wouldn't be. I promise. It would be my pleasure. I love doing stuff like this. Yeah, come on. How about we make some pizza? You want to make some pizza? Gluten-free. We could use the same recipe we did for the bread.
Like a big pizza pie. And some more.
You just need like some sauce and some cheese, really. Oh my god. Cookie sheet with a rim and some parchment paper. It's as simple as that. All right, come on, let's do this. Preheat your oven about as high as it'll go. If you already have them, pizza stones are fun. I wouldn't necessarily go out and buy one just for this recipe, but yeah, you know, if you have one, you could use it at the end. You're gonna need 2 cups of white rice soaking for at least 1.5 hours. Don't forget that. For this one, you're gonna need a cookie sheet with a rim. Square or circle is fine. While I highly recommend parchment paper for this recipe, you can, in fact, coat your cookie sheet with oil like we did for the bread, and that'll work out all right. Any marinara you like. Some kind of mozzarella cheese. Definitely recommend owning this thing. I use it for everything. And of course, whatever toppings you think are fun. I would prioritize getting a hang of the pizza before you went nuts with toppings, but you know, that's just me. Make it as cheesy as you want, but I'm gonna use about 8 ounces or 246 grams. I like to set my sauce aside first, about 75 milliliters per pizza. Then just like we did for the bread. So 40 milliliters of oil, 7 grams of salt, 25 grams of sugar, 15 grams of yeast, then 8 ounces or 223 milliliters of water. Now is also a good time to prepare your other toppings. And this one actually came pre-sliced. Here, let me show you a fun trick for doing a circle. Fold that in half, fold it in half again. Now what you're gonna notice is you just made a little center point. So then take that center point you just made and stick that right in the center. We're going to make ourselves sort of a sloppy paper airplane right about there and see where it lines up on the rim, like that. Now, when you unfold your little dude, you got a nice little circle lining. Isn't that fancy? Ta-da! Thoroughly strain your rice. Plop directly into your blender. 40 milliliters of oil, 7 grams of salt, 25 grams of sugar, 15 grams of yeast, 8 ounces of water. Blend on high until 105 degrees Fahrenheit. 105.6. Spread your batter in a circle, taking care to fill in the bigger holes. Waste not, want not. Give it the old tap, tap, tap liquefaction. Don't forget the old water spritz. Let it rise for 2 minutes. Give it the old oil spritz. Proof for about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, remove from the oven. Oh my gosh. Spritz that with a little bit more olive oil. Then, using a basting brush and your sauce, apply a thin layer of sauce accounting for your crust. Then, apply your mozzarella however you like, being sure to leave room for it to melt. Add any toppings that won't get scorched. If you're going to do basil or any sort of spinach, I would recommend adding that at a later point. Okay, at this point, your pizza only needs 15 more minutes and it is done. However, I recommend that halfway through or 7 minutes, spritz it with oil again and rotate it 180 degrees. In most ovens, this is gonna help it cook much more evenly. Probably don't just use your fingers. Okay, so if you're gonna go the extra mile and use a pizza stone, now would be the time to also transfer it onto the peel. Just grab the parchment paper and pull it up on there. It's not hard at all. Carefully drop it back in for another 7 minutes and your pizza is done. Look at how thick that is. Oh my goodness. What do you mean my peel skills shot all the ingredients to one side of the pizza? It's fine. Now we gotta let it rest for about 5 minutes.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Wow. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to tell that's rice. And that's just inside of like a regular oven. This is gonna be done way faster than any other method you're gonna do. I have spent some time making gluten-free pizza in other ways, and if you're interested, let me know. I'll put those videos up. I have to let it like proof for like hours to get that to rise properly so it has the nice texture, and then I have to roll it out carefully, making sure I don't collapse the fluff that I built up inside of it. This doesn't require you to do any of that. You just let the whole thing fluff, and then you use your ingredients to push down the part that's not the crust. It's really kind of awesome. And whoa, wow, that turned out good. Oh my gosh. That is a gooey, bendy piece of pizza. And just in a regular household electric range, using all stuff that you probably already have laying around. Yeah, that was really easy and didn't take any time. Imagine how good this would be if you stuck it in like an uni or like one of those outside brick ovens or something. I would say if you do put this in super high heat, make sure that you put maybe some cornmeal or something on the bottom to keep it from sticking, because there's a high sugar content in here. It's gonna wanna caramelize right away. It's gonna leopard amazingly, but maybe pour your batter a little bit thinner for that. There's definitely a lot of experimenting to do. You can use this recipe to make thin crust, medium crust, deep dish, just fine. The most important thing is that you're going to want to use something that has an element of structure to it. That's why we're using the cookie sheet with the lip, because that actually helps it to be stable until it can set in shape. So kind of just using those concepts, go nuts. And let me know how it goes. I would really love to see what you guys do with this, because it is a super versatile recipe and I haven't seen anyone else do this. Yeah, excited to see what happens from it. Pizza! Gluten-free!
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore.